Good morning, Alessandra. This morning, I'm in conversation with Alessandra Tognazzo from the University of Padova. So before we get stuck in, Alessandra, please introduce yourself and tell us your job title and a little bit about what you do.
Good morning, Lorenza. I am Alessandra Tognazzo, and I work as a researcher at the Department of Economics and Management at the University of Padova. Besides being a researcher, I'm also in charge of teaching, and in particular, I teach two courses. One master level course that is the family business, which has been involved in a virtual exchange project, and another undergraduate course that is more focused in organizational behavior.
A little bit more about the role of virtual exchange within your institution, and in particular in your courses. As you mentioned, you've done them, so tell us a bit more. I understand, I mean, University of Padova is really active in virtual exchange, so tell us a bit about that.
So the family business course is a master level course, and this year it has been, it's an optional course. Students can choose whether they want to attend it or whether they want to attend other courses. And this year it was attended by 46 students, which is a very high number for our department. And well, I decided, given that it's very international in the way we approach both the content of the course, but also in the composition of the classroom that we typically have. So I thought that a virtual exchange would be really appropriate and also a value added to the course itself.
What was the impact of the virtual exchange, having experienced it? How would you assess? How did that go? Would you do it again? And was it a positive experience?
It was a very positive experience, even though there have been major challenges, I would say. However, I would like to repeat the experience again. I think that basically the virtual exchange has been developed together with a German institution focused on another area of interest. So it was a virtual exchange between business, that is the University of Padova, and art, that is this Hochschule Trier in Germany. So the main challenge for us as partners, professors, has been that our courses were both optionals. So in Padova, business students were extremely amazed by the idea of working with some art students. Instead, the reverse happened in Germany. So it was very hard to attract students and to make them learn the opportunity and what they could gain from the virtual exchange. They are artists and they wanted to have more hands-on experience. So anything that was virtual for them was a little bit distant from what they were looking for.
I'm very interested because you are speaking about an interdisciplinary virtual exchange, business and art. So how did you marry that, and what did they learn from each other then? What were your learning objectives for this?
I think that the most amazing moment was because we developed a project in a virtual modality, of course. And so the amazing moment was when an art student in particular, she spoke like a business student. So, during the final presentation, we were really amazed by that wonderful results, considering that only 3 art students took part to the project. So most of the students were based in Padova. But really, the reciprocal learning process has been amazing. So our students felt a little bit more free in what they were doing. So without sticking too much to the rigid models that we propose them, they did not only learn another language in terms of English, which, our master is in English. So of course they enhanced a bit their competencies, their linguistic competencies, but that wasn't really our goal. Our goal was to develop another way of thinking. So beyond the way we typically speak about business, because they would need to be creative in this uncertain business world, in this volatile business world. So I hope they really gain this kind of competency.
It's interesting because, stereotypically business is rather dry, and maybe the art students are a bit sort of airy-fairy. So, I mean, learning to look at art in a business way, because if they want to live from art, it has to be a business. And maybe the business students, if they want other people to be interested in their business, then they have to be a little bit more creative and fun about it. Would you say that was what you wanted to get out of it?
I totally agree. And we really discovered that somehow students are students, professors are professors. So somehow, we think constantly that there is a separation or divide, but we found a lot of, even if within the difference, a lot of homogeneity in terms of, let's say, our roles and also interests. So I was really surprised by my colleague speaking in business terms and me speaking in art terms. So that was really
lovely.
a wonderful exchange. Yes.
And can I ask, finally, what about your future plans? Are you going to do it again with the same partner, different partner, or what's happening in the future?
We didn't talk about it yet. However, what we said toward the end of the project was that probably art students really expressed the need to work hands-on on something. So, and I think that even the business students, they love the idea of working virtually, but they also wanted to meet the other students. So our idea to develop the project further would be maybe to go into a sort of blended mobility project or something. Yes, if it's possible. Now we will see, because we need to look for some funds and see the opportunities that will arise.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm really, really happy to hear about your experience with virtual exchange. Thank you for your time, Alessandra, today.
Thank you very much, Lorenza. Thank you.
Alessandra, I understand you did UNICollaboration's training course in virtual exchange. Can I ask you, was that the inspiration, or how did that help you move forward?
Yes, it was really fundamental for me to take those courses, because, it basically, well, you told me about possibilities I didn't know about. So I was really amazed when, you were suggesting me, maybe you can work with another discipline, you can do something creative, you can do something different. And I thought, this is really amazing, because, without throwing away all the knowledge I have, I can use them and, let's say, rebuild it in a different way, and somehow to convey the same message, but in a different modality. So using more modern instruments, so internet connection, virtual tools, and so on. And also, as I said, this really helps also, I believe, students to work in a digital way in the digital world, which is really a fundamental competency of the future. So we cannot work without learning about it. So to me, it has been a wonderful, brilliant experience. UNICollaboration supported me even in the process of finding a partner, because it hasn't been that easy, because I had an idea in mind, but I couldn't find a partner straightforward. So UNICollaboration has been supportive, both in the way You explain me how a course can be run, the difference between traditional courses and virtual exchange courses, but also this, relationship building, which has been really useful to me. So thank you a lot.